Mike Tyson once admitted to the press that he was disappointed that he never killed anyone in the ring. It was this attitude that made him one of the most feared boxers of all time. Welcome back to Gloves and Glory. Today we'll look at the fight between Mike Tyson and Donnie Long, one of Tyson's most vicious knockouts, so let's get into it. Donnie Long, the master of disaster, was Tyson's 9th professional fight. Long came into the fight with a record of 15-3, 10 of those wins being stopped inside the distance.
This gentleman is undefeated in 12 professional bouts with 7 knockouts.
Criminal activity followed Long everywhere he went. Outside the ring, he was a well-known drug dealer in his hometown of Columbus, Ohio. In 1985, Long had just been released from prison on a murder charge stemming from an altercation in a pool bar 10 years earlier. Long claimed self-defense, but the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals thought otherwise. Donnie Long was now back from prison and back to boxing.
This will be a win to let everybody know that Donnie Long is back.
The master of disaster was a cocky fighter. Long was on a 2-win streak against opponents Frank Draper and Robert Obi, both of those fights ending in a TKO. In 1982, Long lost by a close decision to James Broad, who was one of Tyson's regular sparring partners. This gave Long the confidence he needed to step into the ring with an undefeated Tyson. This was one of multiple false assumptions on Long's part.
The winner, and still undefeated, Big James Broadaxe Broad!
James Broad is...
Long also believed that Tyson's loss to Henry Tillman in the Olympic trials was enough evidence that Tyson was able to be beaten.
Tillman in the Olympic trials outboxed Tyson, used his lateral movement and good jab, and those are skills you have, but you can punch also.
Yes, I plan on boxing Tyson too. I think that I can box as good as he can, and I'll keep him in the middle of the ring, and I can punch if not better than Tyson.
Tillman was a quick fighter and was able to evade Tyson for most of the match. Tyson scored on a knockdown in the first round, but ended up losing to a points decision. What Long failed to realize is that Olympic boxing and professional boxing are scored in very different ways.
The decision.
Champion, Henry Tillman.
Tyson had refined his skills since the year before and was ready to demolish any opponent that stepped in his way. Tyson was trained by the great Cus D'Amato at his gym in New York. D'Amato taught Tyson his infamous peekaboo style of boxing, which no one has been able to effectively replicate to this day. This style focused on head movement and staying low to evade punches of taller opponents. This style gave Tyson more leverage to land devastating hooks and uppercuts that his competitors could often not see coming. At 19 years old, Tyson came into the fight with an undefeated record of 8-0 with 8 knockouts. Donnie Long was the first opponent that critics believed had the ability to break Tyson's winning streak. Critics and fans believed this would finally be a challenge for Tyson and that Long would be a much tougher opponent than Tyson's previous 8 fights. When asked by reporters, Tyson was unfazed that Long had more experience in the ring, stating fights are meant to be won.
What about the fact that he's got more experience than you at this point? Does that disturb you at all, or is it something you think you can cope with in the ring?
Well, most definitely I could cope with it. I wouldn't be in there fighting him if I didn't think so and my managers didn't think so. But besides the point, I think fights in there to be won, and you're not in the basis to go in there and say, well, I participated, I was here, I was on television. And if you go in there with that attitude, I think you're in the wrong business. And these fights are meant to be won. I think you should win as many of them as possible.
His 8 professional fights. Again, Tyson in the white, and the red and the gold is Donnie Long, and Tyson goes right at him with the left hand.
Mike Tyson has enormous strength, and that's what he will try and test Donnie Long with. Long himself can punch pretty good. He's got some power, but the key for Long, I think, in his fight is to counterpunch well against Tyson, hit him as he's coming in.
Tyson again, another one of those fresh youngsters, only 19 years of age. Long is 27.
Oh, wow. Well,
only 30 seconds into the fight, Tyson dropped Long with a yard sale left hook. Long was able to stand up instantly, but it was obvious that he should have taken a few more seconds on the canvas to recover.
Here comes Tyson. Left hand again.
Well, he nearly sent Long out of the ring with that left hook.
Tyson. Oh, Long is down. Second time. Another knockdown.
There is no 3 knockdown rule, but the referee can stop it after 3 if he decides so. This is very impressive.
After an 8 count from the referee, Long came back into the fight.
5 of 8 have fallen in the first. Is it 6 of 9 as Tyson comes out with a strong right hand barrage again?
This is as bad as I've ever seen Donnie Long look, but
And
give
he
Tyson
is down,
credit.
and
That's
maybe
it. Wow.
The left hand puts him down.
The fight was over at only 1 minute and 28 seconds into the first round. During the post-fight interview, Tyson issued a warning to Jesse Ferguson, the Fraziers, and any other heavyweight contender that could be watching. Come and get some.
And now in the question, I knew from the beginning, but everybody else knew that it was no comp. It was no comp. Let's like the rest of it. A lot of people came to look. Jesse Ferguson came to look. The Fraziers came to look.
James Broad was out there.
All of you come get some, because Mike Tyson's out here. He's waiting for you. All come get some.
After the loss against Tyson, Long went on to lose 6 of his next 7 fights before he retired in 1987. In 1988, Long was charged with 5 counts of drug trafficking and went on the run until finally turning himself into the police in 2000. Long eventually changed his ways and in 2005 became a minister at his local church in Ohio. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. This has been Gloves and Glory, and we'll see you next time.